It's just dope. You know, of course you get some going on and boom, boom, boom. It's a lot easier to meet women here. Like a lot easier. Here, Walmart closes at 5 on Sunday, probably 7 o'clock on Saturday. Always a lingering scent of marijuana in the air. So what do I think about Montreal? I've been here for a year. I moved here in September 2021. And it's September 2022. So that's a year. Montreal is great. There's a few reasons why I like this city. A bunch, really. Compared to Toronto. So Toronto, obviously, there's a lot of investment there, a lot of businesses there. Everyone is career oriented. So whereas Montreal, you don't really have people trying to climb the corporate ladder. I've met a lot of people who just work random odd jobs, a string of jobs, not really making a career for themselves, and they can get away with this stuff. They can get away with it because A, rent is cheap, way cheaper than Toronto. I believe, you may need to fact check me, I believe that rent is capped here, but I'm not 100% sure. Because rent's so cheap, people don't have to work as hard, they don't have to grind as hard, so they don't have to be career oriented. They say people in Toronto live to work, and people in Montreal work to live. It's always been a laid back city, it's always had a laid back vibe. I remember smelling weed in the air, always a lingering scent of marijuana in the air. Another thing that I like about this city is that it's a lot easier to meet women here. Like a lot easier. I wouldn't say Montreal women are easy per se, but what you have here is like a situation when people go off to college and they're just looking to smash. Everyone's away, they're having fun, or you're on vacation and you're a little more liberal with your smashing threshold, right? You're more down to party. Montreal is an international city. You have people from France, you have people from America, you have people from Algeria, a lot of other French-speaking nations. You get this mismatch of people, a lot of students, a lot of people come here to study, a lot of people come here for work. So it's like a big student town, but the students are adults. You have a lot of people who are just down because they're just here in the city or in that travel vibe. It's like a permanent travel vibe. The rent is cheap. So right now I have a nice little studio condo. I'm the first tenant to live here. And let me just say this. You're not going to find what I have right now for the price I'm paying in Toronto. You'd be paying close to double of what I'm paying. There's a really good Jiu Jitsu community. Really, really good. Shout out Mizu Studio. You have 10th Planet. 10th Planets are sick. I visited the one here. I'm thinking about making the move. It's just dope. You know, of course you get some going on and boom, boom, boom. It's popping, right? I love it. I love that vibe. Good music, good energy. And then you have a lot of old school places here. Like you have Gracie Baja. You have Brazilian Top Team. You have an Alliance here. You have a Carlson Gracie here. They go hard and some fucking killers there. So I rate that gym. There's a bunch of calisthenics parks, way more than Toronto. Like there's dedicated sick new ones here, better than Toronto for sure. You have a sick weightlifting scene here, right at my gym, literally 5-minute walk that way. You have World Gym and it's sick out here. Justin Lee, shout out Justin Lee, trains there. It's just sick. Like there's just GSP out here. I was at TriStar going back to Jiu Jitsu, and I met GSP. He taught the class. He showed us his favorite move. So maybe I should talk about the things I don't like. I don't like that the infrastructure is so old. So the subways, the malls, it seems like it's 1980, right? It just feels like it hasn't caught up to what a modern world-class city is. It is not like that in Toronto. In Toronto, it's fresh. Everything's brand new. We have a brand new subway metro system there. Train is spotless. Everything is clean. It's just really nice. So the infrastructure here, in my opinion, it's super lacking. What else? Here, Walmart closes at 5 on Sunday, probably 7 o'clock on Saturday. So this is kind of related to the infrastructure as well. The city's pretty dirty. There's a lot of nasty buildings. From where I live in Griffintown to go downtown, you have to walk past this bridge that's under the highway, and it's just an infestation of rats. It's disgusting. Homeless people, stinks, smells like piss. It's not nice. You know, where I live right now is going through gentrification. So this is kind of like a Regent Park in Toronto, and now they've built condos in Regent Park. That's what this area is, Griffintown. So it used to be a pretty rough neighborhood, and now they're building condos there, and it's turned into a nice neighborhood. So I wasn't even gonna move here, because when I went apartment hunting, all the apartments I saw were trash, garbage, dirty, not good locations. This is the last place I saw, and that's how I think it's meant to be. And right away I knew, because it was just clean, sparkling, brand new neighborhood. You know, it's different than the rest of Montreal. So one thing, if you're gonna move here, the neighborhood makes a difference. And if you can find one of these newer buildings, better yet, a newer neighborhood, you're gonna have a better experience in Montreal than if you go and you move to an older building. Especially if you're coming from a city like Toronto that's super modern. Me personally, I would feel like I'm stuck. You know, I'd feel like I'm stuck in some backwards city or something. But because I'm in a good location with new stores, new amenities, new buildings, the demographic is young working professionals, it's good. It gives me a lot of benefits. I get to experience the city in a really nice way. So yeah, what else can I say? Cons other than that would be winter. Maybe winter's cold. I don't let the cold bother me. I feel it's a little exaggerated, but my first winter wasn't that bad, so we'll see how the second is. And you just have to have the right attitude, I think, right? So it can be a disadvantage, but even in Toronto, you have a pretty bad winter. So I don't think, you know, it's that big of a difference. Sure, it is about 5 to 10 degrees on average colder, but just don't be a pussy and you'll be fine. So I don't know what to say. Winter is beautiful, so even though this is supposed to be a con, there's a lot of beauty in the city. You can go snowshoeing at the top of Mont Royal. I did that. That was really nice. There's a lot of beautiful lights, especially during Christmas time in the old port. So winter's nice, man. I like winter. What else can I say? There's not much else to say. The city's pretty dope.